I know you gonna dig this.
Get funky with me.
What's going on, everybody? How you doing today? Here I am in Hendersonville, Tennessee, outside of the Cash home. Johnny Cash's old home used to be right here behind me. I've done a video from here before, and I've been out here basically about my third or fourth time. But I'm not here to talk about Johnny Cash. I'm here to talk about Roy Orbison, who had a home on this property. And I'm here with my friend Flo, who
Hi again.
was on my Carl Dean video, Dolly Parton. You're a big fan of Roy Orbison, like myself. Now, let's read the sign here because I want to tell you a little bit about the history of this property. So there's a nice lake. Where you see this stone wall up there, that's where Johnny Cash's house used to stand. It burned down in 2006, I believe. Now, so it's referred to as the Cash home. When it says referred to as nature's house, builder Braxton Dixon designed the Cash home. Rugged beauty existed with open rafters, barn boards, and a wall of native limestone. 14,000 square feet. Overlooked Old Hickory Lake. You see that boat going by. It's beautiful out here. With panoramic views and gardens that stretch across the property. Here, Johnny and June Carter Cash entertained family, friends, and neighbors for 35 years. The Cash home also served as a retreat for fellow musicians to gather and compose music with one another until the 2003 deaths of Johnny and June Carter Cash. So it is private property and security cameras here, but we'll just take a look over. So Johnny's house stood right there to the left. But it was 2006, right, Flo? It burned down.
2006, yep.
And then who bought the property, which is kind of crazy?
I think it was Barry Gibb.
Barry Gibb.
In 2007.
And built a new home.
Yeah.
But it's now different. It's been sold a few times since. So the Gibbs do not own it anymore.
No, you know, Scott, it burnt down when Barry Gibb had it.
Right.
Not when Johnny Cash had it.
Right, 2006. Yeah, that's what I thought. Did I say that or no? Did I? I'm not sure.
Barry Gibb bought it in 2006.
Right, and then it burned down after.
And then it burned down in 2007.
Then he built a new house on the property.
Right, but Johnny's house was fine until he moved out.
Right. Yeah, but yeah, so it doesn't stand here anymore, but still this is all original. And same with that kind of retaining wall. That's the original. But up here, there's an orchard. And we're gonna walk up here. It's just up the hill past here to the left. And we're gonna go up there and talk about what happened on that part of the property. As we're walking up the hill, you're gonna be able to see, oh, they're building a new house again. Do you see that?
Oh,
I thought when I was out here, so that was the old guard shack there. I believe this is original, this building here, but above it, you see they're building a new house. I can't remember when I was here
There's a bunch of construction stuff.
Yeah, I thought.
I was wondering why.
It's been 3 or 4 years since I was here when I did a video. I thought the house would have been done, or was it done and they're rebuilding it and making another one?
You know, I don't know, because I feel like this was here last time I was here. Which
Me
was
too.
in March, I think. And before that,
It's crazy, but I mean, it's the same. That's definitely been here a long time. This, not just this wall, but this fence. So here we are. We made it up, and this is called the Orchard. This pristine site overlooking Old Hickory Lake had its roots in tragedy. In 1968, Johnny Cash's good friend Roy Orbison sold him the land after fire destroyed his home and took 2 of his 3 sons' lives. Cash promised Orbison never to build on the site. When the abundant fruit trees and grapevines that flourished were maintained personally by the Cash family, the orchard came to fruition. There's another little sign here I don't think I saw before. Restoring the orchard. Marty Stewart and Connie Smith purchased this site. So Marty Stewart owns this part of the property and restored it. So it's sacred ground. And Marty Stewart honored Johnny Cash's promise to Roy Orbison never to build on this site. And there's added the cross that marks this site as sacred ground. Added a cross. Do you see a cross somewhere?
I couldn't find it last time I was here. I don't know if you're taller than me. I didn't know.
Well, there's an opening, but I don't know if this is private property or not. It's just a sacred ground. I'm not sure if this is... I don't know, but you can see they're doing work in here. Wow. There's a tractor or a backhoe or something right there. I'm not sure where the cross is. I'm just looking. I wonder where that. There's an old swing back there. See that? Right there, an old swing.
I see that. Yeah, I could never find the cross. So.
But just now, when I was in on this side, the police did just drive by and they didn't stop.
No.
So that's okay. But okay, so Flo.
Mm-hmm.
He had 3 children at the time with his wife Claudette, who he had married and divorced once and then remarried. Claudette passed away in Gallatin, Tennessee, which is close by, in a motorcycle accident in 1960.
62. She died 2 years before the fire.
66.
66.
66,
okay.
right? No?
2 years before the fire.
Right.
Yeah, 66.
Okay. So he had 3 sons. So Roy was on, and so he's obviously grieving his wife still, but he's going on tour. 2 years later, he's in Birmingham, England. Mm-hmm. His children are left in the care of his parents here, right here. And there's a house here. What happened?
There was a house fire that destroyed the whole house.
Right.
It burnt down to the ground within an hour.
Within an hour.
The only thing that was left was a chimney.
Mm-hmm.
All the kids were inside of the house. They were unable to get the 2 oldest ones out, but the grandfather was able to rescue the youngest one, who was 3. His name was Wesley. The oldest one was Roy Jr., and his brother was Anthony. Roy was 10 and Anthony was 6. So there's 10, 6, and 3. But
right.
The 3-year-old is the only one that was rescued.
And it's a very odd way. They said that it could be an exploding aerosol can.
Yeah, they said it's possible that an aerosol can exploded that had varnish in the can. But how does that happen? You know? And then other people are saying maybe the kids were playing with matches. I think it was undetermined what actually caused that fire.
I mean, back then, that's a long time ago to figure out exactly what happened. You know, it's different than the science than they have today. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, the whole house sat here. I'm not sure exactly where the footprint even was of the house here on this property. But, so nothing will ever be built here. But tragically, 2 sons, 2 little kids, Roy's little kids, this is where they passed away. Can you imagine losing your wife and then 2 years later, two of your children?
Yeah, that's just... Oh my God, I can't even. The grandfather or the grandparents, they must have felt.
Oh my God.
I just can't.
You don't recover from that.
No. And Roy Orbison never really recovered from it either. I saw that he could not write much after that since his children died. He kept going on tour, but he couldn't write anymore. It was
crazy. The fact that he was able to continue on is a testament to his strength, because I don't know how many people would be able to do anything. What is this up here? Oh, there's parts of the... Oh, wow. Not sure what that is. Parts of the old fence or something. Yeah, you can't really... I'm assuming probably you can walk into here. I'm not going to take that chance, though, and also it is sacred ground, so I'm not sure really where there's supposed to be a cross on the property, but also, like I said, this is where the house stood. Nothing will be built here. And this is the site where Roy Orbison's house stood. And so Johnny's is right past that fence and then down a little bit and up. You can see it kind of right through there where the new house is. Wow.
Johnny Cash was quoted as saying that now only good things will come here when he planted the fruit trees everywhere in its place. Only good things will come.
And then, of course, like we said, the house, another fire here, which is crazy. 2006.
It is. It's like, what?
What is it about this property? Wow. So there's a sign. So it's right over here. So the 2 boys are buried. Well, Roy and Barbara are buried at Pierce Brothers. I've done a video on them. Westwood Village in Westwood in Los Angeles. But his 2 boys, Roy and Anthony, Roy Jr. and Anthony, they are interred a little further south in Nashville at a cemetery I've been to many times. So I'm going to be going there next. But probably tomorrow. And let me just show you some of this. Not sure. So the orchard's on this side. I'm not sure what's happening with this part of the property. I'm not sure. Oh, and that looks like the cross right there. Is that a cross? Wait, let me see. There it is. See it? There's the cross right there. Let me see where I'm showing you. Right there. On the fence. Do you see it, Flo? Look on the rock fence.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there it is. So possibly that's the way the house was, exactly where it was. But there it is. That's the cross that they refer to. We were talking earlier that we're both Roy Orbison fans, and I remember in the 80s being like, who is this guy? I didn't really know. Like,
He's an oldie but goodie.
all of a sudden he appeared with the Traveling Wilburys, and he was with Katie Lang. And then one of my favorite artists, Bono, wrote a song for him for his album Mystery Girl, and he wrote the song She's a Mystery to Me, which is one of my favorite songs. And then I became a Roy Orbison fan almost instantly. Huge.
He has some great music.
I knew a lot of his songs from my parents, of course, but I was like, all I knew was his voice. And all of a sudden he was on MTV and Much Music in Canada. He was like, he had quite a resurgence.
Yeah, I was just going to use
Yeah.
that word.
And then he died fairly young. It's too bad.
The whole family was just...
Can you imagine? I can't. It's you don't recover from that, like we said.
No, I mean, it's bad enough the wife and then the kids.
Yeah.
I mean, I would give up. I would have given up. But he's stronger than me.
Yeah.
You feel like God hates you. You start thinking there is no God. You start questioning everything.
Yeah, there's stuff going on down there. I'm not sure what. You can hear the boats, and that building's definitely been here for a while. Let's look at that guard shack again. Here's the guard shack, what I was talking about, where that sign is. So I was showing you shots from there's the guardhouse and the other house, forgetting that you can see the entire property right here, like so easily. So there's that retaining wall that I was talking about. This is where Johnny Cash's house stood, right here. And a new house that I thought they had rebuilt it. Maybe they tore it down again, the one that I saw being built. I have to look at my old footage, my old video. I thought for sure there was a house here. I don't know.
I don't know why they would...
Keep rebuilding and...
Yeah, tear it down and start over. And then this has been here for a couple of years, I'm pretty sure of.
It's kind of cool though that those same walls that Johnny and June, right there, Johnny and June were behind those walls. Okay, Flo. Oh, car coming. I don't know if I'll be seeing you at the graves tomorrow. I'll be going tomorrow into Nashville and then across the state. But thank you for coming, and the video will continue. Guys, On the Go with Flo. I'll put a link to her channel
Hey, everybody.
below.
Thank you.
That rhymed. Okay, let's go visit Royce and Claudia's two boys. All right, here we are back at Woodlawn. I was just here not too long ago for Carl Dean. There's George Jones right there. A few famous people buried in there. I've done a whole video about that before. We're gonna be walking up this hill. So if you're looking for Roy Orbison's kids, I believe this is the right way I'm going. Directly across from George Jones. I think they are right near the back of the wall, as far as I know. So Find the Grave has brought me to the back, and I know my friend Lisa from Travels with Lisa and Flo were out here. Flo, you've seen my channel before, said the kids are further back. But I actually have no service up here. I don't know how that happened, but so I'm not sure where I'm going right now. I'm not sure how far back the graves go. Could be in the completely wrong area. No. Okay, and here we go. So directly where that car is, that's George Jones. And here are little Anthony, 6 years old. And little Roy, it's always so loud here. Roy Dwayne Orbison. Now that's Roy's first wife, whom he married twice, I believe, right? And Grady Lee Orbison. So, we made it, and usually I bring a rock. I was not aware that there were other Orbisons here, but I brought something for the two boys, and I'm so sorry to the other two Orbisons. And usually I bring rocks to leave. I think if you've seen my channel before, it's a tradition is something that I picked up over the years, and something that I'll continue to do. A little different. I got these cool Matchbox cars, and they're retro. So these are, I think these look like 70s cars. So they're a little past their time, but I'm gonna leave them here. Peace to these little guys. Claudette and Grady. Empty boxes here. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thank you, Flo, for your help with the video. And rest in peace. All four Orbisons behind me. These little guys. Trying to hold this box. 10 and 6. Wow. Thanks for watching, everybody. Love you all. Peace out.